Good morning, welcome back to the mountain. What is it? The weather's all cool and you're all jumping, going all crazy. As you can see, we got some flags out and we're at the back of the cabin today, guys, in the fire pit area. Hey, whoa, there's a dreamer.
Whoa, what's going on, guys? I heard there's a fire pit rolling around. I wanted to check it out.
Yep. Fall is here, guys. Fall is here. It started last weekend and it is definitely cooling down here on the mountain in the mornings and the evenings. And fall is one of my favorite times of year. I love having fires in the fire pit, hanging out like a hare and a biscuit outside. So we're going to do a little transformation here in the fire pit area today. Had a company reach out to me called Domi. You heard of Domi?
I have heard of Domi.
Domi does all these really awesome pergolas and outdoor structures and all kinds of stuff, guys. Furniture, outdoor furniture, all kinds of stuff like that. And they asked me to do a video on one of their pergolas, and today me and Mike's gonna put that thing together. For me, it's a pergola like I've never seen before. It's a very unique one. It's not your standard ones that you see. It's mechanical. So I'm excited to get into it. Hopefully it won't be too bad to put together, but I called in reinforcements just in case, because 4 hands are better than 2 hands.
That's right.
And I do know that it is 12 by 20. So it's probably going to be some pretty long little cross beams and stuff like that that need to go in there. So it's definitely going to make it a little easier if I have an extra set of hands. We got Midnight and Domino out here hanging around. I know, I'm calling you. I'm calling. Domino's being jealous this morning. Midnight is just over there still hunting. Look at her.
She got something.
Yep, looking for groceries. She does very good at her job, guys. Very good. All right, guys, first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and get everything over here in this area so we can start unboxing it and get this thing together. Well, that was a little heavier than I expected on a couple of them. One of the shortest boxes ended up being the hardest box. Still got a little bit of trouble with my wrist, so I'm trying to be careful with all this heavy lifting. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take it over there and unload it, shake it all out. Maybe they got some kind of rhyme or reason on how to start here. That way we can kind of do box to box to box. as I was riding over here, I did notice that there is a 1 out of 5, a 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5. So maybe they have it put together in stages. It looks like that's 4. This is 3. This is 5. So that should be the last one. Second to last.
You know, I hope that's the case. And because we're not going to point anybody out, but the last time we had a multiple box series of a particular thing going up, them boxes were numbered and didn't make a what's happening.
Yeah. So it looks like this is 1 out of, so it looks like we're at 1, 2,
3,
3,
4, 5.
So I did pretty good, guys.
Not
we
bad.
only got to switch these 2 in there in order. All right, let's get into the boxes. Looks like they got every single one of these taped and zipped and tied with the thing.
I think if we roll it on its side and just cut that bottom row right there, it'll undo everything. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it seems to be packaged well. Well, we got everything unboxed, got the boxes stacked up neat, all of the foam stuff put and tied up in a bag. That way I don't end up chasing it for the next 2 years around the mountain here every time the wind blows. But we got it all shook out here, and we shook it out in box order. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 5 was all slats. So right there's your first 3 boxes. That'll be the frame side of it, and this is all the slats that go in. Got some really heavy duty curtains. You got a decent screen, but this right here, canvas right there, is thick. You can feel it. It's good and heavy. Got all the brackets, plastic stuff right here, hardware, and not too many nuts and bolts. I mean, there's quite a few, but I was expecting a lot worse. We definitely probably won't end up using these tools. I'll probably end up getting my tool kit out and my drill and see if we can't speed this up a little bit. But it has gotten hot. The sun upstairs is kicking like Van Damme. We're gonna take a little break, get some water, and get into some short sleeves, and we're gonna put this together. Let's go. All right, guys, we made it back. Switched to t-shirt. I went extreme, went with a tank top. We're gonna go ahead and put the base plates on the columns to start with, and then shake the columns out to where they're gonna go. Then we'll start putting together the beams, the headers that's gonna go all the way around. And then we'll go ahead and stand it up. It says that you should have 3 people do this. We have 2 in an Uber and 1 ladder. I have a ladder. So let's go ahead and get the base plates on. Now it does say that you can do like a form situation for the columns. I'm not doing that. I've got some really heavy duty stakes that Pop got me that I'm gonna stake straight into the ground. All right, well, we got all the base plates on all the columns, all 6 of them, and we also got a tiling. Forgot it was Friday and they're off school today, so it called for 3 people, so we got 2.5. We got me and Talon and a half. Hey. Mike. All right, so they went ahead and shook them out into their respective places. So far so good, guys. So now we're going to start putting all the outer headers together, and that might be a little bit more tricky. We'll see, but we'll go ahead and get it all shook out, put together. The sun is kicking like Van Damme, so we're trying to put everything together in the shade. Ain't no need out here getting a suntan in October if we ain't got to.
All right.
Keep going.
Oh, there's one on the bottom.
Yeah, there's 3 on the bottom.
Oh, and, okay, gotcha. Oh, look at there. No, I got it. No jinx. No jinx. There we go.
Now, as you can tell, guys, I'm not putting these bolts in torqued yet until we get it all put together. It does specify that in the instructions to not like rack everything down. Flip it all the way over. Oh, there you go. All right, guys, now that we got all of the headers put together, that last one right there didn't go as smoothly as the first one. But I believe the next step is going to be mounting these to the actual columns. We found a rock. That was for me digging it in the ground trying to push those 2 together. So far, I'm gonna have to say Domi has done a real good job with the instructions and the boxing and all of that other stuff. It's going pretty steady right now. I don't want to jinx myself quite yet. Hey, excuse me. We don't dig around here for a nice cool butt seat. Yeah, talking to you. No digging, mister. See, try to get these young kids out here to work on the job site, and all they want to do is a cool place to set their booyaka. All right, so I'm going to look at the instructions real quick, but I believe it's time to actually put the frame together. It's going pretty good so far, huh?
Nice.
How about you, camera guy?
Doing good.
Doing good.
Yeah.
You learning anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. He didn't waste the day if we can get him to learn something today. If nothing else, to assemble in the shade instead of out in the sun. Camo?
There we go.
Hot. Woo! We're gonna need to bring it back to these flags back here. Ready? Right around here. Might go that way more. Too far out there, Mike.
I'll come in. So far.
Tyler, come to this corner. Hold that drill for me. That towards you, Mike. All right, guys, Mike and the boys are still on lunch, but we got all of the headers up. This middle one right here was quite a challenge because of the sleeve inside there wasn't lined up completely, so we had to kind of maneuver it a little bit. That's why they tell you not to tighten the bolts up all the way when you're putting it together, just in case you run into something like that. So they did have it in the instructions, which was good. Now I'm going to start putting these little C-channel things on right here. One goes here and one goes right up here. All right, that was pretty easy. Got both of those up. All right, it looks like we're going to be putting these in right here on these end pieces. They'll screw in right here. According to the instructions, it looks like the long leg is going to be on the outside right here. So we should be able to get that. It's just for the two ends, and then we got some other ones. I believe this is for the curtains and the screen to be able to slide on.
ahead and fill these up.
All right, guys, I got all the channels screwed around, and Mike's putting in all the clips. It's gonna hold the screen, also the cover that's gonna like close it in. Making some progress. I have a funny feeling our next step's going to be putting in some slats. Mike, how's this domey pergola gone together so far?
Well, to be honest, so far so good. I've had one little minor catch up with the middle beam, but that might have been some user error.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of us. I don't think we left the bolts quite loose enough.
I think we tightened them up and it couldn't flex.
And what y'all didn't see on camera is we actually put these long beams on wrong.
Yeah.
And we had to flip them. We had them flipped upside down. But we fixed that. That was take out 8 bolts. And we was able to flip that real easy. And again, that was user error. I'm impressed with the instructions so far. They're pretty clear. There's a lot of little pieces to this, but they've done a good job on the engineering with making it as easy as possible. You know, and I love this metal structure that it's got right here. It's sturdy.
Yeah, I like the sturdy structure. And one extra thing about the instructions, make sure you take your time and read the side notes. There's little cliff notes. Some things might not be explained, but if you look at the picture, they really did do a good job of explaining it.
Yeah, what they do is they'll do a little square little picture on the side that's kind of zoomed in on it a little bit. We are getting there. As soon as we get it all put up, I'm going to put a level on the top of it, and we're going to level out all of the columns. That way we know where we need to stake it down. All right, now we're going to put the arms on that's going to control the slats, which makes it mechanical. As I was saying earlier in this video, guys, this is a mechanical pergola. You can have the slats open, straight up and down, or sideways just a little bit to kind of control your shade inside there, or you can close it all the way up for it not to be able to get weather on your furniture and stuff up underneath. They do suggest if you're going to have moderate to heavy snow to open up the slats so you don't get snow accumulation on the top. All right, well, we are down to the little louver slat things. There's only 64 of them and 136 screws. This is the Phillips screws. Hopefully they go on easily. That's the hope. And I'm sure the first 2 will kick our booties just a little bit, but then we should get a rhythm going. You ready?
Rhythm.
Let's get it.
And that's the one we was looking for. And they gave us an extra one. All right, let's give it a try.
Hey.
Nice. Show it open.
Nice.
One of the things I like about this being that it's two different sides and independent. You can have one side completely shaded and open up the other side for sun, or have it all shaded or all sun, however you want to do it. Let's take a look back. I'm tired, guys. How many hours do you think we got on this?
I think we probably got going at about 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and then we stopped for lunch.
Stopped for lunch about an hour.
I say we got 5 hours. I say we got about five to 6 working hours in on it. Looks really good. It's gonna match the cabin real well, I think. It's not in its final place. Mike's got to go live tonight, so I think this is where we're gonna dog it off. Whenever I get back from Margaritas, I'm gonna put a level on it, get it all leveled out nicely, and then we'll put the curtains on it. And I got a surprise that also came from Domi that's really gonna put a little class into this thing right here. I wanted to go with the nice rectangle structure though. I didn't want the pitched roofs and all of that because of the wind we got out here. Being that I don't have it staked down yet, I'm gonna go ahead and leave these vents open tonight. That way no wind can get up underneath it.
Nice. And something else, if you go too far and keep on cranking, it'll just lower it back down.
Yeah. There we go. Good morning, guys. Well, we are back at it out here at the pergola. Got Domino here with me. I've already been out here working for just a little while this morning, gathering some things up to go ahead and get this finished up. I did go ahead and drill these holes out just a little bigger, and right here are the stakes that I'm going to stake this down with. Now it does give me a layout in the instructions to put footers and all of that, but the reason why I chose this particular style of pergola right here, guys, is because it opens and closes, and it doesn't have the big roof system where there's not going to be a lot of wind that gets up underneath it. I didn't want to put permanent footers right here in this area. This is just for the fire pit area. I will be bringing in some more rock and doing a whole lot more work in this area. It's got a lot to do with those big rocks over there, and a whole lot more rocks. I want to kind of frame this out, put little walls here and little rock structures. I am going to have to move the fire ring because it is right here by the pergola and right by the center pole here. I'm probably going to put it over there in the center or offset it on one side or the other. It is windy today, guys, so I apologize about the wind. It's a gorgeous fall morning though here. I've already came out. You can see the level right here. I've got it pretty much leveled. It is within the lines. As you can see, it is just a little bit off. I could come up about 1/4 of an inch. It's about 1/4 of an inch off from level, and I'm not really worried about 1/4 inch. It's an impressive size. It is a 12 by 20, and old Domi has all kinds of cool outdoor stuff, guys. They got umbrellas, they got furniture sets, they got a bunch of different like pergolas and also outdoor structures and stuff that have metal roofs and all of that. But I felt like this one right here was going to fit the look of the cabin a lot more. I didn't want the fancy roof. I just wanted a basic rectangle structure. And as you can see, it looks real good off the side there. It gives me plenty of room back here to be able to access the front and the backyard. Whenever I do the rock, I will be putting some rock right here, cleaning this area up and making some little platforms for the propane tanks. And also, guys, got a mini split coming for the cabin, so I need to build a little pad there for the mini split as well. All right, guys, that's enough talking. Let's go ahead and get the rest of these holes drilled out and get this thing staked down. I got one more surprise at the end to show you guys. Stick around.
that ended up being a pain in the rump shaker. I've been a couple of the stakes going down. There's a ton of rocks on this mountain, guys. It is not easy to bang things in here. And also one of the reasons why I'm dreading putting up all the fence I got to put up, because I know it's going to be a nightmare of a project. Guys, now we're going to go ahead and put the screen and the curtain that goes on this thing on. And then as far as the pergola goes, that'll be a wrap for this. But then I'm going to bring in something else that I can't wait to show y'all. All right, guys, that right there went a whole lot easier with just the screen. The numbers did end up matching up. I got all of the screen up on the inside. I just heard a trespasser outside. I see shadows. Gary.
Hey, hey.
What's up, buddy?
Not much. Look at this thing.
Welcome to my pergola. Do something a little different.
Heck
A little
yeah.
different. I didn't want the fancy roof and all that. It just doesn't match what I got going on out here. All right, guys, I gotta help Gary with a little project right here. He just got his first deer for the season.
Yeah. First doe for 2025 season, man.
Yep, last year I got the first doe, or first any deer for the season. This year it was Gary. He was out there putting in the work like I did last year. I haven't got a lot of hunting like I talked about earlier. I did go down there and put a little bit more corn and switched cards out this morning.
Heck yeah.
I'm gonna try to get out there tomorrow morning. That's the goal.
Heck yeah.
He called me last night and told me they're moving to tomorrow. You need to get out there. So just like the deer were moving, I was moving on this. Needed to get this wrapped up.
Heck
All right,
yeah.
guys, after I get done helping Gary out, I will bring y'all back and show y'all what I've been talking about. That's going to be a little bit extra for this thing. All right, guys, we got it. Check this out. We got it all pulled back nicely. I went ahead and closed the louvers up here. This right here is what I wanted to show y'all. Check these out, guys. This is just some of the other products that you can get at Domi, some of their outdoor furniture. This right here is so comfortable. It has little fold out tables. Check this out. And also it reclines. That out. I think it matches the pergola very nicely. Let's go ahead and open it up. Let a little more light in here. And there you have it. I love the fact that you can have one side closed and one side open. Being able to control the sun and also weather that gets in here. I want to thank our sponsor again, Domi, for this amazing pergola and also this really nice, comfortable outdoor furniture. Just like I was saying earlier, they have all kinds of outdoor stuff that you can go check out. A lot of different styles. There's so many different styles of pergolas and canopies and umbrellas and furniture, just all kinds of really cool stuff. All in all, it was a great experience. It wasn't too hard to put together. Honestly, the curtains kicked my butt worse than anything. So if the curtains kick my butt worse than the building of it, I'll take it. But it looks great. I think it matches the cabin very well. and it is a perfect start for me finishing this area right here. For all the people that talk about putting the grass barrier stuff down up underneath, let me show you something. It is here, all the way here, and this is some of my thickest grass in the property. Over there I didn't use none, and I hardly got any grass coming up. I don't really think it makes that big of a difference. I think you're going to get grass coming up either way. But if you want to get your own pergola or outdoor furniture or any outdoor things like that to spruce up your yard, make sure that you look in the description below. There will be a link and a discount code so you can save a little bit of that jangle. And check these guys out. This here has definitely upgraded the cabin here, and fall is here, and it's going to be an amazing place to be able to sit out by the fire and enjoy those nice cool fall nights. Make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, because we're always doing something here on Come On Mountain. And yeah, I think we're gonna keep on keeping on with this fire pit area. Gonna be a whole lot of that, some more other rock, and maybe some walls and some benches being built. So make sure that you come back. Love every single one of y'all, and until we see each other again, come on, let's go on another adventure.